Hello guys, good morning everyone. I am Aravind, I'll be host for this webinar. So what I want all of you to do is just give a small introduction about you over the chat window that you can see there. I just want your name and the location from where you are getting connected. As simple as that. I am Aravind from Bangalore. So just put in your name and the location. We will be starting the webinar in another couple of minutes. Hopefully this webinar should take about an hour to get completed. Hi Sunil, good to know that you are from Nepal. So guys, a great morning today. The weather is nice. So now what we will be doing today, in today's webinar we will be talking about AWS and how it will benefit you. So AWS is actually a cloud computing platform, right? It's a service provider, cloud computing service provider. And today we'll be talking exactly about how can you make use of the holidays, the period that we have now, to add few points to your resume, to your LinkedIn, create a GitHub profile, and then what kind of live projects that you can do with AWS, so on and so forth. So there is a huge opportunity for AWS certified professional in Indian market. So today you will be taking a lot of things away from this webinar. One of the main thing will be the live project. So from today, starting from today, we will be creating a live project. So this will be our day one, and then upcoming days, the next week we'll be having subsequent webinars. So at the end of all these webinars, hopefully each and every one of you should have created a face detection app. So that's not simple to do, I understand that, but we will make it simple, because with the power of AWS, with the power of cloud computing, we can achieve so many things without coding. So when we posted this, a lot of people started asking, sir, I don't know Python, I don't know Java, how will I be able to do it or not? So the answer is yes, definitely you will be able to do it. And we are going to learn how to do that without much of coding, and then how effectively we can use AWS. Right. So there are other competitors in the market which provides cloud computing, namely GCP, AWS, Microsoft Azure, IBM's cloud. So let's not get into the details of which is best and which is not best. So, but how I look at the things is, as long as you are able to grab an opportunity and then learn something new, we need to just proceed with that. So this is a great opportunity for all of us to learn about AWS, a cloud platform. So it's a very powerful platform, very powerful tool for developing an application. So let's get it started. So what's the agenda for today's webinar? So first I'm going to show you a small product which I have built just for this webinar. That will give you an idea of what we all will be doing at the end of 7 days, right? So this final product that you are going to see today will be your project in 7 days. That means that you would have completed this project in next 7 days. And we'll be talking about benefits of undergoing this course, what can you expect from this course, and what you can't get out of this course, all of that. So we will be talking about the benefits of this course, and we will also be talking about prerequisite, what you need to do this project, what do you need to build this product. And then we will also be discussing a very specific service today, that is AWS Recognition, which is an image recognition service which is provided by AWS. So we'll be talking about AWS Recognition in detail. And finally, we will also be talking about how to create a GitHub account. Probably in case if you have not created a GitHub account, I think that will help you a lot. Now, let me talk a little bit about the technical setup that I have created here. We are hosting this live on YouTube, and definitely you will be able to get this YouTube recording once the session is done. So now, I wanted to show you a quick sample. Let's see it in action. What do we do with AWS? What can you do with AWS? So I have a Telegram bot here on the left hand side that you can see, that's called as Telegram, and I have created a bot over it. Telegram is a channel, it's like a messaging platform, and on the other side I have my own website that I have created to narrate the demo, to show you the demo. So very quickly I'll be uploading a picture that you have seen in the Telegram. So now what is this going to do? This particular website, this particular application that I have developed, I have used AWS for doing this. AWS is Amazon Web Services. It's a cloud computing platform. It's a cloud computing service provider. Now, what this demo says is, if I upload a picture which contains few images, which contains few faces, now it will recognize those faces, it will detect those faces. Not just that, it will also be able to detect gender, whether that face is having facial hair or not, whether the face is smiling or not, whether the person is smiling or not, and then whether the mouth is open, spectacles, closed eyes, things like that. Now, this gives us immense power. Now, let me tell you one quick thing about the demo that I have created. For creating this demo, I took nearly 2 hours to 2.5 hours to complete this entire demo, to code this entire demo. And the best part about this demo is it doesn't even require any coding skills. It just comes out of the box just like that. You don't have to code anything because so many things are already pre-built in AWS. So today we are going to discuss about how to leverage those services. Now for that, you need to also understand what will you get out of this webinar and what you will not get out of this webinar, that is today's webinar. So the entire 7-day masterclass will be starting from Monday, and from then we will be involved in creating a live project. And let me tell you a very, very important benefit of this webinar. At the end of this webinar, after the end of the 7-day masterclass, you will be eligible to get an e-certificate which is verified. Okay, the e-certificate can be verified on an online platform. When I say that, you can add that certificate to your resume, you can add that certificate to your LinkedIn, you can also publish the project that you're going to do in GitHub. Now this adds a lot of value to your profile. I have a sample certificate here with me, which is at the background of this PPT. You can see that over. Certificate of completion, then you get your name, and then face detection application for successfully completed face detection application using AWS. Now this is a great value add for all the freshers. Now to know more about the benefits of this webinar, please join our Telegram channel, which is given at the bottom. Now what are the prerequisites? You need an AWS account for doing this live project. I will also be showing you how to create an AWS account and how to activate the same. You need a debit card, though you don't need any money in that, but still you need a debit card. The money that you need for creating this live project is absolutely zero. Okay, you don't need to have anything. There is no money involved in this. Of course, the greatest ask from our side is your interest. Please be interested and please be patient till all those 7 days, because it requires a lot of patience to build a product. And finally, here comes the best part. You don't need much of coding language skills, or you don't need programming skills as such. You just have to go through the entire program, entire 7-day masterclass, and we will be giving you a lot of guidance and support from our end. So creating an AWS account debits 1 or 2 rupees from your debit card, and then immediately they credit it back to you once they verify your credit card or debit card. Now let's get into the actual stuff. How do we create an AWS account? So for that, you just have to visit this link that I have shared in the video, which will also be available in the description once the video is completed. And we will also be putting a comprehensive guide on how to create an AWS account in the official Telegram channel. So this is the link that you'll have to visit. Once you are there, it's going to ask you email ID and password and confirm password and account name, stuffs like that. You fill in all these details, and as a second step, you need to create your profile. You need to fill in your contact information. You need to share few details like your name, your address, phone number, things like that. Now this step is very important and critical. Please give your actual information to AWS account. Now as a next step is your payment information. So you need to give your debit card details here. Do not worry guys, we will also be telling to maintain your account without getting any billed, right? So without getting any billed amount, we will tell you how to do this live project. So please make a note of each and every step that I'm going to narrate in this particular demo. So once you fill in your debit card details, you need to click on verify. Then the debit card verification happens, and after that your account is created. Now the next step is to activate your account. That will take few hours. So that means what? The moment you create your AWS account will be created but might not be activated. So you need to wait a couple of hours or so to get your account activated. In case your account is not activated after 24 hours, what you need to do is please check your debit card details whether it is correct or not. A brief and a comprehensive guide on how to create your AWS account will be shared as a PDF on our Telegram channel. Now once your AWS account is done, you are ready. So your first prerequisite is completed. In case if you have your AWS account, just log into it. That's about it. So let me take an opportunity to introduce you to eguru.oo. Eguru.oo is built on AWS platform. So they give a coupon code which is code 30, which you can use it for practicing interviews with industry experts online. So please go and register yourself in eguru.oo in case if you want to practice interviews. Now, very quickly, I'll be showing how to log in to AWS account and then the services involved in that. Guys, one very quick tip. Please do not do the demo along with me. Just focus on what I am doing, and probably in case if you have any questions, put it on the chat. Okay. Please do not do the demo along with me because you will be losing a lot of important points on how to configure your AWS account. Okay. Anyway, the video will be available after this session as well. So once you log in to AWS account, this is how it looks. This is called as AWS Management Console. Now AWS is Amazon Web Service. It's a cloud computing platform. It provides cloud computing as a service, right? Cloud computing service. Now, what you can do is you can click on this services and there you get all the services which are provided by AWS. Now, because of the time constraint, I will not be able to discuss in detail about each and every service, but today we will be discussing a lot about Amazon Recognition, which is an image processing service right out of the box. Now, you will be able to see a region here. This area is called as region. Now, AWS gives a lot of region. So these are all physical regions, physical locations associated with AWS. You will also be able to see a region in India, which is in Mumbai. Now for the demo purpose, I'm going to leave the region as US East, North Virginia. You can shift your location if you can shift your region to whatever you want. So these are all the available regions. So right now I'm going to restrict myself to US East alone. So once that is done, you will be able to see a lot of services that are provided from AWS. You will be surprised to see there are few niche technologies that are upcoming and we haven't explored those technologies. Those services, those technologies are also provided as a service in AWS. For example, blockchain, satellite communications, image recognition, machine learning, augmented reality and AI. Now these are very niche technologies, and then those technologies are provided as a services in AWS. Now what do I mean by providing something as a service? Now if you provide something as a service, let's assume that you will have to eat, right? Daily you will have to eat. Now for that you need food. Now case number A is case A. You can cook and then you can eat. All you need is food, right? You can cook and you can eat. The other case is you can deliver it from some other vendors like Swiggy, Zomato, things like that, right? Now those are all services which delivers food. That means what? You don't have to be an expert in cooking for eating. That's what all I'm trying to say. If you have to create a face detection application, you don't have to be an expert in cloud computing, or you don't have to be an expert in programming as such. With few clicks of buttons, you will be able to create a face detection application. Right? So for this particular demo, I'm going to click on Amazon Recognition. So before getting started, I would like to tell a few points about a region. Now Amazon provides a lot of regions, but there are few regions which are logged. If you are able to see that Hong Kong is logged, Canada is logged. Now that means you cannot shift to that particular region. Now, why you have to shift few regions? What is the purpose of defining regions, right? So Amazon has created regions because you can avoid disasters. For example, if you create a server, if you create your infrastructure in Mumbai, and if you also have created your infrastructure in Singapore, now if there is a problem in Singapore, you still have the infrastructure running on Mumbai, right? So that's the whole point of creating regions. Now here if you look at it, there are few regions which are locked down. Now that means AWS provides Amazon Recognition as a service only in few regions. Other regions which are blocked out, though in those regions Amazon is not providing Amazon Recognition as a service. Therefore you will not be able to select those regions. So we are good to go because US East is one of the regions which is available for AWS Amazon Recognition. Now what I'm going to do is, before clicking on try demo, I just wanted to show you a couple of things which AWS can do. Now let's say, for example, you want to understand a scene. So the moment when I say scene, it could be an outdoor scene, it could be an indoor scene, it could be a birthday celebration, or it could be a sad scene, or you may be at a funeral, things like that. So those are all called as scene, right? Scene is just your environment, your surroundings, right? That's your scene. And objects. Now objects are the things that are there in the scene, right? Now AWS can pick up objects and AWS can detect scenes. When I say that, if you upload an image to AWS, or if you give an link, or if you upload an image to AWS, Amazon Recognition, it will be able to detect objects and it will also be able to detect scenes. For example, look at the background image. Once I upload this image, AWS will automatically pick persons, rock, crest, mountain bike, and it is detecting that it is an outdoor scene. Now, according to this particular image, you may also be able to find a percentage, 99.3, 82.8, 83.0 and all. Now, that one is actually confidence percentage. Now, these systems are built on top of machine learning. Now, these services of AWS are built on top of machine learning. Whenever you predict something, you predict it with a constant percentage, right? Now, how we will be able to use this one? So the next one is celebrity recognition. Now, the moment you upload a celebrity picture, AWS Recognition will be automatically be able to pick up the name of that particular celebrity. Even this is actually powered by machine learning, and then deep learning. So now what happens is, the moment you upload a celebrity's picture, it matches with thousands and lakhs of celebrities that it already has. And then it will be able to predict whether this particular celebrity is the one that you are looking out for. Again, with this, you will have the confidence percentage. The next thing that we will be seeing today is how do we do face recognition and comparison. For example, you may have your Apple phone, or you may have your Samsung, or you may have your iPhone, or whatever it is. Now, the moment you talk about face unlock of your phone, what happens is you take your phone and then you keep before your face. It detects few features from your face and then it matches with actual image that you have already set in your image in your phone, and then it tells whether they both are same or not, and then it detects and then it allows you to unlock the phone. So we will be doing this as well in our demo today. The next part is we are going to detect text in our application, in our image. Now, for example, if you look at this image, there are few numbers. You will be able to detect those text on those images. Now, let me give you an example, actual example, right? So let's say you have a traffic camera which monitors the traffic. Now you have lost your vehicle will have a registration number, right? So based on the registration number, you may want to find where is your vehicle. Now if you would have installed cameras on all of your traffic signals, and if the traffic signal cameras are able to pick up the text in the videos that it is able to process, now those text will be able to match the text with your registration number of the car, and then we can detect where is your car, where is your vehicle, and then probably we can send an alert to your mobile number on which this particular car is registered. Now this gives us immense opportunity for creating applications for surveillance, home surveillance, or even to talk about, let's say for example, accessibility. Let's assume that there is a person with minimal, minimal blindness, but he can still be able to pick up the objects, but not the text and other things. Ask him to put a camera on front of a bus, so the camera will be able to detect the numbers, and then it will be able to share where the bus is going and what. So last but not the least, in case if you would have observed my demo, in my demo I was able to pick up the whether the eyes are open for the particular photo, for the particular face, whether the person is female or not, whether the person is smiling or not, things like that, right? Now these are all called as facial analysis. What I have done is I have leveraged the facial analysis feature of AWS and I have created an application. Now what I'm going to show is very quickly the demo for each and every service that I have. So this service is inside Amazon Recognition, and this service is called as Object and Scene Detection. So what you need to do is click on the upload, and I'm going to upload an image which will be able to detect objects. Now if you look at this, it is able to detect that there are 3 people, right? So these are all person, human, and there are some objects like cake, and there are few objects like candle. It is able to pick up that it is a candle, and it is also able to pick up that there are some food and dessert. Now this particular feature in AWS is called as Object and Scene Detection. This particular feature is available inside Amazon Recognition. Simple guys, what you need to do is the moment you log into AWS, just subscribe to Amazon Recognition. Just take your service to Amazon Recognition. So you can go into this service and start typing Amazon Recognition. So the moment you see this Amazon Recognition, click on this. You will be able to find yourself in this particular page. Once you are here, you can click on Try Demo, and directly you will be inside this Object and Scene Detection. So all you have to do is click on Upload and give your image and check how is this working. Now this feature of AWS is Object and Scene Detection. Now the best part here is, in case if you know what is a JSON, you should be able to understand what is this response. Now in our coming classes in the Masterclass, what we will be discussing is how do we understand this JSON and build a product on top of this service. In today's class, what we are discussing is the various features, various services that are available in Amazon. That's what we are discussing today. So in the master class, what we will be discussing is how to use these services to build our own application, like the one that I have showed before. So let's get into this celebrity recognition. I'm not sure how many of you know this person. He is Jeff Bezos, probably the richest person in the world as on today. So he is also the owner and founder of Amazon.com. So it is able to detect this because this is actually from Amazon. Maybe you might be worried, oh okay, this is all fixed. Not just that, you will also be able to detect multiple people from a same photo. As you can see here, Amazon AWS is able to pick up the photos. In that photo, it is able to pick up faces. Not just detecting the faces, it is also able to recognize the people, recognize the celebrity on the image. along with the confidence percent. So you may be able to see all the names of individual celebrities along with the percentage of confidence. So what we can do is, there are many applications like InShots. If you are aware of it, there are multiple applications which are like probably NDTV, CNNIB and things like that. Now let's assume that you can do so many stuffs on with airport cameras, right? So you have a bunch of installed cameras and on airport, railway stations and so on and so forth. Now in case if you want to recognize a celebrity and immediately ping you so that your team can reach there and conduct an interview, right? So that way it is very easy for that industry as well. So on the flow, when the video is arriving as a stream, you will be able to detect celebrities. You will also be able to get the name and probably put a SMS or put an email to the particular concerned department saying that this particular celebrity is spotted at this particular place, right? So you will be able to do so many things once you know how to use this service for your application. So the one thing that we need to understand is anything which is above 95% is still considered as a general accepted value for any machine learning system. So even AWS works in the same way. Now let's assume that your confidence of the machine, let's say the match confidence here, if it is going lesser than let's say some 30% or 40%, then the machine might be predicting the celebrity wrong. Okay. So anything which is above 95, 95, 92, 93, so we can still accept that as a value, that as a predicted one. So it is all about learning. It is all about the confidence percentage. We will be seeing how to use this confidence percentage while building our own application, right? You can still say, okay, I have a person who is almost similar like Dhoni, right? Now I'll upload and then the confidence percentage says that this is 45% Dhoni. Then your application can decide to neglect that prediction and then still ask the machine to learn more, still ask the service of Amazon to learn more. So this means that you don't have to code anything. Amazon takes care of the entire logical part. You just have to make decisions based on the results. So the next thing that you can do is using a face comparison feature inside Amazon Recognition. Using face comparison feature is very similar. I'm going to upload a small image for giving you a live example. You can use credit card and debit card, whatever you have, but only thing is it has to be internationally accepted one. So yeah, so this is my family way back in 2017, I think. They have clicked the picture with Dhoni. So as you can see, my examples are from cricket. So I thought cricket, COVID and cloud, there is a lot of correlation between all three. So that's why I thought I'll show a lot of cricket examples. Now if you look at the example that I have shown here, right, very simple guys. So the thing is, I have uploaded one image as a reference image, right? Now this particular reference image will be taken as a point of data source. So this is a source of data, and on the right hand side you will be able to see 5 faces or 6 faces, or it can also be multiple faces, probably 10, 15, 20 like that. Now what it does is it takes all the faces from the comparison faces and it tries and match with the reference face. Now once this happens, you will be able to compare and find out the similarity between every face. Now again, as I said, if the similarity percentage is probably lesser than 30, lesser than 40%, lesser than 50%, you can discard that prediction and you can still go ahead with AWS services. Now here what we will be doing is, if you can see the similarity between this and this phase, AWS is predicting as close as 99%, which is almost 100, I would say. And it has also picked up all the other phases and it is able to tell that this is not the correct phase. Now, as I was telling, this is the logic that is used behind your iPhone face unlock or any other phone face unlock. So you have the reference image, and then on the other hand, you have the image that you are using for unlocking your phone every time. Now those two images are compared, and in case if they are similar, your phone is unlocked. Now that's how that works. Now what we will be doing with face comparison, we will be building an app. When we are building that live app in the next 7 days of the masterclass, you will be using this face comparison service as well. So next thing is text in the image. Now AWS will be able to pick text from the image. Now let me show you a very quick example of that as well. So I'm uploading an image of a bus which has few text. Now this is what I was talking about. Now in case if you have your bus and then if you cannot understand where is this going, if you cannot see where is this going, you can create an app which will create a text to voice, meaning this is your text and you can put it on the voice and you can hear them out, right? Let's say for example you have the bus and then this is what the text that it has identified. AWS has already identified the text and it is giving you in the form of an easily understandable text. Now you can create on top of this you can create one more layer which will read out these text as a voice, which will convert the text as a voice. Now the last part is the facial analysis part. Now I'm going to upload an image and then so if you observe my Telegram on the left hand side and if you observe the right hand side output, right, so it will be almost very similar to that, meaning it would have detected 9 faces and for each and every face it is telling probably the age, the gender, and whether it is a face or not, whether they wear a glass or not, whether the person is smiling, whether the person is not smiling, and every other details. Now what happens is, if you shift the faces, it will keep changing the data. Now this is how we were able to identify that there are 9 person on the photo. Now this gives us a lot of flexibility. I would say 80% of our project is built already. Now for that, what you have to do is just create an AWS account, give your credit card, debit card details. Now it has to be an internationally accepted debit card or a credit card, which means that your RuPay card might not be accepted. So internationally valid credit card and debit card, it's like Visa or Mastercard or Amex, like that. Once you have that ready, next thing is you need to go to the services and then select Amazon Recognition. Try and check out the facial analysis, object scene and detection, celebrity recognition, face comparison, text in image. Now why is your machine not able to tell that this is a face 100%? Now for any machine to say 100%, it means that it should have this image already on the server. Now that means that it is highly unlikely. So 99.9% says that the machine is already having an image which is very similar to that, almost 100%, but not the same image. So if the machine is so powerful, if the algorithm is so powerful, sometimes it gives you 100%, but it is actually highly unlikely to happen. As I was telling, anything above 95 is considered as a good percentage, as a good confidence score when it comes to machine learning algorithms. Now let's go back and check what we have developed. So we have also uploaded a very similar picture, and this is also giving us a lot of things like on the AWS portal. So what I have done is I have leveraged a service called as facial analysis from Amazon Recognition, which is in AWS Cloud. I'll repeat it again. I have leveraged a feature called as facial analysis from Amazon Recognition service, which is on AWS Cloud. Now, if you look at the other one, how did I create a bot? I will quickly go through this, guys. You can also try this once the seminar is over, once the webinar is over. You could also try this. Okay. So all you need to do is check for bot father, check for this bot father. Once you have installed Telegram, what you need to do is just get into this Telegram, open the Telegram and check for something called as bot father. Once you have this bot father opened, all you need to do is just type /new bot. Once you type this /new bot, it will ask you to type the name of the bot, what you are going to call this bot as. So for now, I'm going to call this bot as AWS CodeMitra bot. You could name this as whatever you want and then hit an enter. Then it's going to ask you to choose a username for your bot. It should end with bot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the same name and hit an enter. Now this means your bot is ready. Done. Congratulations on your new bot. So your new bot on Telegram is ready. You click on this link, your bot is ready. Now this is how you create a bot in Telegram. Now why did I tell you this? I told you this because the backend of your live face detection app is Amazon, which I have already showed you. You need to create an AWS account, log into AWS account, go to Amazon AWS Recognition and try out all the features that are available there. That's your backend. Once you are familiar with those services, it will help you to build the app faster. That's your backend. Now on the other hand, you also have something called as Telegram bot, from where I have uploaded the image. Now for that, you need a Telegram bot. Now that's why I told you how to create a Telegram bot. You create a Telegram account, you download Telegram first, create a Telegram account and search for bot father. Once you have bot father, type in /new bot. Once you have typed /new bot, give it a name and you're all done. This is your Telegram bot. As a next step, please make a note of this link. We will also be sharing this link on how to create a GitHub account. All you need to give is a proper username and a valid email ID. Now, why do we need a GitHub for this? Because at the end of the day, we will be putting all our projects on GitHub. You will be putting the project that you are creating now, the project that you are creating for detecting a face by using AWS. That particular project document should be on the GitHub. Now, when I say GitHub, GitHub is a professional platform for programmers to share their code, to collaborate. Now, If you have a GitHub account, then good to go. If you do not have GitHub account, please check the link out. I will also be sharing very important links after the end of the video. So click on that particular link and join GitHub as soon as possible. The next step is to choose your subscription model. GitHub gives you a free account which doesn't cost you anything. So please click on the free one. In case if you are interested in pro, you can do that, but still I would recommend to stick on to the free because we are experimenting now. The last thing is it asks you few details, whether you know programming or you don't know programming at all, things like that. So fill in as per your preference and then click on join. Now, many of you were asking, how do I get certified? Now guys, there are two things. One is getting a certificate from us after the end of the webinar, right? After the end of the masterclass, you will be eligible to get a e-certificate. Now that is from our side. We will give you that. Okay. The next one is AWS certifications. Now, in case if you find this interesting, if you find AWS interesting, what you can do is you can check your career path. You can build a career path out of AWS. What happens is you will be starting your AWS career in the foundational level, which is called as cloud practitioner. And the next level is called as associates. You will be either architect, you can do either an architect certificate or an operational certificate or a developer certificate. Now, in case if you are interested in coding, if you know a little bit of coding, probably on Java or on Python or C++, now you can select developer certification. Now, in case if you are not aware of any of the programming language, you can either select solution architect or you can select sysops administration. Now, why is it important for me to do an AWS certificate? If you are not from the CS background, if you are not from IT background, but still you are okay to get into an IT industry, either a service-based company or a product-based company, or to get into an analytics side or to get into a consulting firm, it is always good to have a certification with you. Now the next thing is, no, I'm not good at programming. I don't know programming because, sometimes CS guys are already, 4 years, they would have done the programming and other things. If you feel so, then I would recommend you to go into either solution architect or sysops administration, which doesn't require coding skills at all. And this is into cloud computing, which is the next big thing in the world. The next level of the certification is a professional level certification, usually targeted for 3 to 5 years experienced candidate, but still you can go ahead and then get it. So that's called as solution architect professional, and then the last one is DevOps engineering professional. And after all of that, you also have specialty certificates. Now, in case if you are interested in any of these certification, guys, I will give you at the end of this video, we will be sharing an email ID with you, which is codemitra@ethnos.com. The email ID is codemitra@ethnos.com. You can see that on the chat. You will also be seeing that email ID on the comment section. In case if you are interested to pursue your career in AWS, which is the next big thing, so please write an email to us. Join our Telegram channel. We will let you know how you have to proceed. So we are delivering all of these courses across all the levels. We are also doing specialty certifications. So please join there. So these are the important links for today's webinar. One is aws.amazon.com. Please go register yourself there. And the next one is BotFather. Now, once you open Telegram, please click on this link t.me/botfather to create your own chat bot. Next thing is about GitHub, github.com/join. That will be, you will be able to create a GitHub account using this particular link. Last but not the least, I told you about eGuru. So eGuru is a platform for freshers to get interviewed by industry experts. And the coupon code is code 30, which will be available in the chat section and also in the comment section. So please go and utilize that coupon code. Let's do a small recap, guys, of what we have seen today. We saw a final product. If you upload an image from a Telegram, all the faces from that particular image will get detected and all the features of individual faces will be analyzed. And that we did using facial analysis feature on AWS Recognition. We also spoke a little bit about benefits, right? You will be doing a live project with us in the next 7 days. At the end of that, you will also get a certificate of completion. So we discussed about live project stuff and then the project that you'll be hosting on GitHub. Second biggest benefit that I would say is getting a certificate of completion. Definitely that will help you. And prerequisite, you need AWS account. We will be sharing a very comprehensive guide on how to create and activate your AWS account on our official Telegram channel. You can find that link below. You can also find that link on the top of this video. So please go and create your AWS account by checking out our PDF. PDF will be available in the Telegram channel in another 15 minutes. So that's your AWS account. And then the next part is your Telegram account. I hope everybody would have created a Telegram account by now and a Telegram bot by now. So please create a Telegram bot and check it out, how to create more bots, stuffs like that. And then the third part that I was telling is about the interest. And then the fourth part is your GitHub account. Please have your GitHub account ready. Now in AWS Recognition, we discussed about few features. One is object and scene detection. The other feature is facial analysis. Object and scene detection is to detect whether the person is in the outdoor or not, whether the person is there or not, and is it a birthday cake, candle, or ball, or a car, or a van. It will detect objects and it will detect scenes. That's what is object and scene detection. The next thing that we saw is facial analysis. It will analyze the face and it will give you features of a particular face. Then we saw a little bit about celebrity recognition, where we uploaded the image of entire Indian cricket team. So it was able to pick up the Indian players. I would recommend you to try with 1983 World Cup winning team. Probably, let's see in case if AWS can pick up those celebrities as well. Obviously, you can put anybody's face and try out whether it is able to recognize this as celebrity or not. One or the other day, your photo will also be getting recognized here. So the next thing is, we did talk about face comparison, which is a feature available in almost all the smartphones now, which is face unlock. You will be able to upload a reference image and you will also be able to upload an image to compare and check how they both are similar or not, right? The next thing that we saw is about the text in the image. You will be able to detect few text in the image by using text in the image feature. So in the Masterclass series, what we will be doing is, we will be going in depth of every one of these features inside Amazon Recognition, because that is important for us to build a face detection app. You will be able to host that particular project on GitHub. Obviously, you will get the certificate of completion at the end of the day. So guys, we are almost at the end of the webinar. So thanks a lot for joining us. I wanted to share my thanks with all of you, because we are getting encouraged by you guys for generating a lot of worth content. So in fact, the last time we have got a great response, and this time also I hope so we had a wonderful time in learning and getting introduced to AWS. So myself, Aravind R, I'm a lead software engineer working for Ethnos. So few of my certifications are listed on the slide. In case if you have any questions on how do I get certified in AWS, what will I do, what will be my career path when I select AWS and things like that, please do drop an email at codemitra@ethnas.com. We'll be more than happy to help and then answer each and every one of your queries. Thanks a lot, guys. So please follow us, join on our Telegram channel. The link is displayed on the slide. I hope to meet you there. We will give you all the comprehensive guides on AWS and setting up the infrastructure needed for this particular project on Telegram channel. We are going to give you a lot of PDFs, a lot of zip files. The best way to share all of that is Telegram channel. So please join there. We will share all the details over there. Thanks a lot, guys. I had a wonderful time. Hope you had. Bye-bye.